Hello everyone, it's Joe here from Draft FPL and welcome to a weekly series helping you find some good value free agents and waiver pickups in Draft FPL. As you can see from the video, my face is not in the corner of the screen as it usually is. That is because I'm currently away from my normal setup in the sunny shores of Cancun. So I'm going to try and get through this nice and quick. It's a nice standard game week, no blanks, no doubles. Let's get stuck into the picks. First up, we have got Colwell of Brighton. Many of you will have been stung by him in the past and his inexplicable benchings. But I have a theory that he's going to start against Forest in game week 33, which is a really nice fixture for Brighton. He hasn't started in the FA Cup semi-final that is going on as we speak, which leads me to believe that with the chopping and changing between him and Webster, he's going to get the nod as it's only a few days turnaround before that fixture. I would not be confident that he does play though. What I will say is it's pretty unlikely that he comes off the bench in my opinion, so I would be confident starting him and having a good first bench option just in case that will sub on for him just in case he does get dropped. Just on Brighton in general, the fixtures are unbelievable. If there are any Brighton starters in your league, I'll talk about them now because I've not picked any other Brighton players in the video just because most of them are pretty highly owned. But if there are any Brighton starting players that are available in your league, pick them up now because the fixtures they've got coming up, Forest away in 33, great fixture. Then it's a double, Wolves at home, United at home. Then in 35, it's Everton at home, great fixture all round. 36, they're the only team alongside Newcastle with a double. That's Arsenal away, Newcastle away. Then they double again in 37. So they've got 3 double game weeks in a space of 4 weeks, which is absolutely ridiculous. There's definitely going to be some rotation there because they've got so many games in such a short period of time. But it's just an absolutely great time to be a Brighton owner. Next up, we've got Thiago Silva, available in 31% of leagues. So not too available really, but what I will say is Brentford home this week is a decent fixture and they've got good fixtures coming up. Obviously Arsenal away in 34 is tough, then it's Bournemouth away, Forest at home 35 and 36, both strong fixtures. So what I would say, they also have a double in 37 I believe as well. My kind of theory here is Silva's 31% available, Chilwell's about 25% and James is about 18-19%. So between the 3 of them, it's pretty likely you're going to have one of the 3 available in your league. And if so, it's a great time to snap one of them up, I think personally. I think the 3 of them are going to be starters for the majority of the rest of the season. They are, Chelsea are a bit rubbish to be honest, but the fixtures are really good. And if they do sneak a bit of end of season form, they could go under the radar here. Next up, we've got Semedo. Wolves are, kind of a hit and miss team at the moment. It's a bit of a bad defeat to Leicester at the weekend, but they aren't terrible defensively. Palace at home in game week 33 is a nice fixture from a defensive point of view, definitely. Available in 60% of leagues. Semedo's got some attacking threat. It's just an all-round decent pickup to patch a hole in your defence this week if you need one. On to midfielders then, and I really like the Fulham game for Villa this week. I think it's going to be wide open. I think there's going to be goals, and I like the look of a couple of Villa midfielders. First up is Jacob Ramsey, available in 43% of leagues. If he's not available, we've also got John McGinn, available in 89% of leagues. Both of these are pretty much nailed on to start. Fulham at home this week is a really strong fixture. Villa in great form, scoring a decent amount of goals. The rest of the fixtures are a little bit mixed. United away in 34 is a bit tougher. Wolves away in 35 is pretty good. And then Tottenham at home in 36 could, after the Newcastle game this weekend, actually turn out to be a pretty good fixture. But I do like the look of these 2 goal-scoring midfielders for Villa. Next up, we have got Sinistera, my old flame, old faithful from Leeds, available in 72% of leagues. He didn't start at the weekend. Somerville got the start ahead of him. But when he came on, him and Bamford came on around 60 minutes and Leeds looked a much better attacking force after that. And they did go on to get a goal. Bamford did get a goal pretty soon after they came on. The next 2 fixtures are absolutely key for Leeds. Leicester at home, Bournemouth away. It is really important for Leeds they pick up some points in these games. And I think these are going to be really tight, nervy games. But Leeds can't really defend, so the only option they have is to attack. And I think in these next 2 game weeks, if you can pick the right attacker, you might be onto an absolute winner. Sinistera, Bamford, Harrison, maybe Nonto. He came off the bench as well yesterday, but I'm not convinced he's going to carry on starting. It's tough to pick the right one. My money's on Sinistera, but I mean Bamford for me is my favourite pick. But he is pretty highly owned, and Rodrigo as well could be a decent option, but I've never really fallen in love with him, to be honest. So Sinistera is the one I've gone for this week. Next up we have Gibbs White, available in 64% of leagues. Brighton at home, then Brentford away, Saints at home in the next 3. These 3 fixtures are imperative for Forest if they want to stay up. They absolutely need at least 2 wins, really. Probably a win and a draw, bare minimum, from these next 3, because they've got 3 really tough ones to finish. Available in 64% of leagues, Gibbs White is by far and away Forest's best creator. He's got decent goal threat as well. Had a really good game at the weekend against Liverpool, so hopefully he can continue that form. Next up, onto forwards. I've gone for CalvertLewin. I did say early in the season I wouldn't touch him, but I also did caveat that with I will pick him in a video when he starts in the league for Everton and gets 60 minutes. Well, he did that at the weekend. So, you know, if you desperately need a forward, which some people do, it might be a decent time to take a punt on him. Available in 44% of leagues. The fixtures are pretty mixed for Everton, but they are desperately in need of some points. Newcastle at home isn't that bad this week. Leicester away next week is a good fixture. And then Brighton away in 35 is not great. City at home in 36 is really tough. But I do think Everton will get a goal or 2 in each of the next 3. So it's, you know, if Calvert-Lewin can stay fit and stay on the pitch, he's a decent shout for those 3 game weeks. Next up, we have Mateus Cunha, available in 77% of leagues. It's someone I actually picked up in the Snake Draft League as kind of a last resort for the game week just gone, but he did me well, got a goal, bit of bonus as well. Happy days. Game week 33, it's Palace at home. Wolves, I think, are in decent nick to do well out of this game. Palace are on a bit of a revival at the moment, but Wolves are just a pretty secure outfit, I'd say. And Cunha is in a bit of form. He's starting up front. He's playing quite well, and I do fancy him to do well in game week 33 and game week 35 especially. Brighton away in the middle of that is tough, but it's not out of the question that they wouldn't get a goal or 2. And game week 36 is United away, which is tough again as well. But with United's injury problems at centre-back, they're not the defensive outfit they once were. Okay then everyone, just a quick one this week. Thank you all for watching. Game week 34 will be a similar setup, I'm afraid, with these tight turnarounds of game weeks. Then game week 35 will be back to the usual fare. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.